no vex for me. Say I never call you since.
My name is Didi, and it's nice to have you on another edition of the program. Guess who is in the studio with me? Mary Jacob.
Yay!
She has been away on leave, but she's back and better. How are you, Mary?
I'm
Good
very
morning.
well, thank you.
It's good to have you.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
By the way.
Feels like a homecoming.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So, if you've been listening to the program for 2 weeks now, we've been talking about why it's important for you to pay your tax as a Nigerian. Yes, that has been the conversation. I remember the first day Mr. Ifani was here to talk about paying your tax as a Nigerian. I know what he went through, and I felt for him. I really, really felt for him because the fire was too hot for him that Saturday. But we're continuing the conversation today. We'll be starting with a radio drama, and this will form the basis of our conversation, which is on why it's important for you to pay your tax as a Nigerian. This drama is stemmed from a popular Omunganga village. I don't know if you listen to the first radio drama, that's where this drama is stemmed from. So sit tight, relax, and listen to this drama. Pay keen attention to it because you'd have to call in and contribute your own quota to the topic of discourse this morning.
Osisi hụrụ mụ na-atụ nkwe ifufe ma jee ọnụ ụwa m bịara mụ na-achị mgbe oke makọla m osisi hụrụ mụ na-atụ nkwe ifufe ma jee ọnụ ụwa m bịara mụ na-achị mgbe oke makọla m ọ ga-adịrị m mma
To what do I owe this visit? Igwe, asina anahi agoso ehihi nefu. Yes, my people, we have come here all today, not for nothing, as I have said in our local dialect. We did not just come here for refreshment and other things, but to know the cause and to take action in what has been happening in our community. Yes, Igwe, the increasing molestation of our children, of our girls in this community is becoming something else. Igwe, you need to do something. The track which they pass to school every day, different child comes back with different stories, and yet nothing is being done. Igwe, we are here today. We need to find a lasting solution to this problem. Igwe, not just that alone. The problem in this community is getting worse every night and day. Look at our road today. A place that you walk with your leg for 10 to 15 minutes and you get there. If you use bike or you use car, you are going to waste up to 40 minutes to get there. Why? Because of potholes. Some of the road have cut into two as if they use scissors to slice the road. This is inhuman of our leaders. Igwe, we need something to be done. Not just that again. Look at our market. It has become a place of dustbin. Everywhere has become muddy. The flood last time that wiped away everything in the market, wiped away all the shade. Up till now, it has not been fixed. Igwe, let us start from one and then finish it and get to another. Even if we are not doing everything at the same time, but the more we leave it, things are getting spoiled. Nothing is being maintained. Road, Nkwanu. Market, Nkwanu. School, Nkwanu. What is happening, Igwe? We have been paying tax. We have been paying our dues. As a citizens of this country and of this community, we have been doing the right thing. Why don't we get it back? Why? My people, am I saying something?
You are there, my brother. You are saying it. Very correct. Obugi could not talk as a guy. Straightforward.
Yes, you don't talk
I forget also. Here you could know Nezioku. Very correct.
Bịa dị anyị o. Ihe anyị na-ekwukwa dịkwa n'akwụkwọ ọ wụkwa eziokwu. Ụtụ ndị anyị na-atụcha ebe ka ọ na-aga biko egbu a ihe anyị kwutara na-emetụta m n'obi ebe ka ọ na-aga ama m ụtụ anyị na-atụ n'ala anyị a mana obodo anyị a ọ sara mbara ebe ka ọ na-aga bịa ka ọ bụ na eji ya eme ihe nke atụ ndị mmadụ anya okporo ụzọ anyị ndị a kwesịrị ịdịcha mma ebe anyị na-azụ ahịa kwesịrị ịdị mma at least mmadụ na-ego ihe ọ na-ahụ na ebe ọ na-ego ihe na ebe ọ na-ere ihe dịtụ mma n'anya biko anyị kwesịrị itinyekwu uche n'ihe ndị a anyị kwesịrị itinyekwu uche n'ihe ndị a maka ụtụ ndị a wuche ego anyị iji mee ka obodo anyị ree mma bata mana onwe ha anyị na-ahụ biko.
You have spoken like a learned youth in our community.
He is ọ ga Cambridge.
Igwe anyị abịarutele n'o ihe Ebube Dike kwuru ukwu eziokwu Yaiji Bianga will be Adiayama. Our children cannot be going to school and be attacked. It is not fair. It is not good. Only Haiji Bianga ta. I say Kaibia Hoge, Kaibia Gwagi, no Bia Diama. Unukwekwe kunekwe. Ako we Haiji Bakweba. Only Haisi Kaibia Gwagi.
Sons and daughters of the soil. The fact I've been silent for a very long time doesn't mean it has not gotten to my ears. Yes, indeed, there have been terrible rumors and stories about young men violating young girls. So at this point now, what is this lasting solution you're talking about?
Ezebilikwe, igade. It is not a rumor, my king. It is the reality that we face. So many of us girls, that went through the walls of the school can testify we are not even at peace to send our own daughters. Our younger sisters are the victims today. Our daughters will be if there is no solution. Ebube, Ekuoleya, Nebo, Kamku. We need to find a solution around a school because it is school that is leading our children, our daughters to go to these neighboring communities.
Yes.
My fellow youths, am I speaking our minds?
I've spoken my mind, yes.
So Igwe, Ezibweze, Biko, Nanya Nume, and give us this thing we pray. Help us. Let us have a school, a public school that is owned by the government in this community of Umunganga. We have outgrown this thing. If we can have a school in Umunganga, our children will not have to go miles away to face all this abuse and molestation. Biko Igwe, Oya Iseka Iburu, Biana, Obigita, Ibe Igwe Buriko.
If you chago no yan.
Our own school, of course. Our own something. Let us see the boys that will come and touch our daughters.
Is your and I
My fellow youth, if a grass cutter decide to cross the river to look for grass elsewhere, the grass cutter should be expected that it will be flooded by the water. So instead of our children to face the challenge of crossing the river and be flooded by rain, they should remain in our land and be studying.
To stay here without education now instead of being raped. What is it?
Yes, my sons and daughters, I've heard all you have said. It is now a burden on me. I will make sure I fix a meeting with the Commissioner of Education. I will go and see him myself so that we will discuss how we can bring a school in our own community so our children will study in a safe space. I think that is what I'm going to do.
Igwe, no need now. If you fix a meeting, this is all our problem. We will all go together.
Yes, I agree. What am I doing?
This is our problem. We will all go together. Igwe, fix a date and tell us. Yes. We all know it is our duty, our responsibility to plant trees that even if we don't sit under, our children will be comfortable. Will sit under. Yes. And they will have shelter. Yes. Igwe. Yes.
I have heard you, my children. I will make sure I make the necessary contacts and the town crier will pass the information before the next Nkwo market. Yes, I have heard you all.
Osisi hurumuna tumkwe ifufe majeyonu Wambiara muna chimbo kemakola mo Osisi hurumuna tumkwe ifufe majeyonu Wambiara muna chimbo kemakola mo Ogadiri mumane
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, my able commissioner. It was a very stressful journey, but we thank the gods of Umunganga. We arrived safe.
And then over here, please get water for everybody. Umunganga, to what do I owe this visit? Amazing. Welcome, Your Highness. You came with your youth?
They insisted coming with me, so I could not come alone.
Umunganga. No. My maternal home is just a walk from Umunganga. I remember then in primary school, we used to walk over because my people, Ndingam, they would ask you what you need. Because tell them what you need, and the rest would also they would bring for your people. Dalu so.
Thank you very much, my able commissioner.
Thank you, Igwe.
You see, I came here on a surprise, and I came with my youth because they could not sit at home and watch me go alone. They say they want to be a part of this meeting.
That vibrant youthful energy.
Thank you. There's a problem in my community and the youths have arisen. Our daughters are being molested, raped, and violated on their way to school because the distance from the community to the closest
school is about 2 hours on foot. Now you know it's not every parent in the community can afford transportation for their children, so they must walk with their legs. And on several occasions, some are being raped, some are molested, and some run different stories here and there. So I came here to talk to you on a way. I and my people came here to see you on how we can resolve the problem of insecurity by providing a school for ourselves and our children in our own country. That's why we came here. But before you say, I want a youth to come and tell you what they feel and what they have seen and heard by themselves.
Oh, very well, please.
My fellow Umunganga youth. Yes, my name is Ebube from Umunganga community.
Yes.
Our dear commissioner, we have all come here today, yes, because the inhuman acts that has been going on in our community, most especially for our children who have been falling victim of this, my dear commissioner, yes, we are here today because it is too much for us. Just see Mr. Odochu child last year was kidnapped and we follow up the issue till today. No good news. Yes, just last month again, our child was molested. Our dear commissioner, we are tired of all this. We are using our own hand to destroy our future. Yes, because we are not providing good learning environment for our children.
Yes.
How many hours journey they take by their foot? Why won't all this happen? Not just that, the road is bad. Look at our road today, dear commissioner. Look at our market. Flood has taken away everything, wiped away people's property and shade that they built in order to survive with the stuff they sell in the market. But the flood that came and wiped away people's houses and properties and everything in the market, the government have not replied to that. Yes, and I know this flood that occurred touched almost every family of Umunganga community. Yes, most especially the marketplace, the main place where business and income flow into this our community. But yet, what happened? Everybody turned a blind eye from it. The government did not even respond. There is no comment on media concerning what happened. Now, it is our school and our children. Yes, it is getting worse every day and day. We cannot talk about our road because that one is even the worst. Most of the road has cut into two as if they use something to divide it. We have been paying tax. We have been paying our dues monthly and some are daily. Even the market, the government have refused to respond to it. That is the same market. The market women and men have been paying taxes every market.
Madam
day
Commissioner,
they go there. Where is this money going to?
let us put our hands together and solve this problem. The distance from our community to the schools our children attend is too far and the roads are not safe. They close late, they have to trek late. Let us bring schools closer to our community, closer to our children, and let it be safe for them, please.
Yes, Madam Commissioner. Because even my daughter is not going to school again. She will come today that somebody was chasing her from the bush. Tomorrow she will come again. Another person was chasing her. Madam Commissioner, won't our children go to school again? Please, you have to do something. Do something. Please, oh. Madam Commissioner. Mommy, I give me no. Like I don't know also. What will we do in this community? Because Mama Gaga school also.
Omunganga youths, I can see your faces. Igwe. It is indeed a very painful situation. Like I mentioned before you all started, my maternal home is just few walks away from your community, from Umunganga. And I know my relatives went to school just the way so many of you are going. And I remember these issues, the occurrences were plenty. Now they have a school of their own. I am very excited that you, your Highness, that you found it worthy to bring up to my notice. And I must confess that the fact that these young people are here, it's a more reason why I am even pushed to do something in a hurry. I am very delighted that this issue have touched you this much. And I am therefore standing in my authority in my office as a commissioner that I will not let these young people, I will not let you young people come and live like this. This government that I serve under, it is not our doing to leave our people hanging. Therefore, I will urge you to eat your pastries. I would also order for food. Your Highness, we would find a way around this. And I'm giving my word that by the next budgeting for the month, I cannot say I'm doing something immediately, but I will find a way to do something immediately at the same time. So that by the budget of next month, you're going to be having an update on which contributors contractor the state government is going to be working with to do this project in your school. I would also add that there is need for you to reach out more to the security agencies like the police, because as much as I will provide the school, your children cannot stop traveling between miles to visit their friends. So there is also a need for insecurity issues to be called while I do my part to give you an education that you deserve. So I am very glad that you came, and I would re-emphasize their coming today is the reason why I am going to hasten up with this. I am very excited at the communal efforts they are putting in. This is indeed showing me that the rights are owned by the people and that youths are taking over. So I will give my words and I will communicate to you to make sure that I give the contract to be given to probably a child of the soil that would help you monitor the project through the process of constructing the school. So thank you for having me. Thank you for coming over. And my doors are open. The doors of this government is open. We are ever ready to serve you, our people. Thank you very much. Thank you, Your Highness.
My dear Commissioner, you have spoken well. Like, it's sweeting my heart.
Thank you, Igwe.
Like a morning palm wine. I can see the smile in the youth's face. What's a community without the future? You have indeed shown and proved to be a noble commission. And thank you very much, and thank you once again. But I hope this contract will come from somebody in our community. We have graduates who studied. They are good. Ifeanyi is there, Nduka is there, Chinyere is there. They are all contractors, they are engineers. So I want it to be somebody of our own community so that if you misbehave, we know how to handle you. And at least some of our youth who are jobless will have jobs. There will be a celebration in the community square today.
Let it be a child of the soil that is in the soil. Oh. The commissioner chokwa eyiriaka hazie ya.
Osisi hurumuna tunkwe ifufe majeyonu. Wambiara muna chimo kemakola mo. Osisi hurumuna tunkwe ifufe majeyonu. Wambiara muna chimo kemakola mo. Otadiri mumaneke. Otadiri mumanore. Otadiri mumanafo. Otadiri mumanakwa. Niru niru kamunago. Niru niru kamunago. Niru niru kamunago. Whatever. Onye sirina magaga dio. Omanre. Onye sirina mamandimo. Omanre.
If you listen to that drama, we went back to Omonganga village where the story started about how indigents of the community, their children find it difficult to access quality education or because they don't have good roads that leads to the school, which is in the next community because there's no school in Omonganga community. And then narrowing it down to you as a citizen paying your tax and how you can demand what is owed to you by the government if you are a tax-paying citizen. That is our focus this morning on the Whispers Empowered show. And Mary Jacob is going to do justice to this topic this morning. So Mary Jacob, would you mind giving us a better analysis of this audio drama we just listened to?
Okay, thank you very much, Didi. Hi, everybody. Yeah, so I've been missing the conversations on tax. Of course, I've been streaming live, and I, while listening to the audio drama, it kept hitting to the fact that the people of Umunganga were assured that they could demand for these things, okay, and there is a reason. You know, when you feel that you have a reason to demand for something, it's because that you know it is your right to demand for it, okay. So the question is now, as citizens, what gives us the right to make these demands? Okay, then let's go a bit away from governance and go into a business.
Okay.
So when you're running a business, when you're running an investment, you're putting up an investment and you're getting people's money to start the investment, right? Let's say you have board members or investors who are making it happen. Even if you're the owner of the idea, even if you own the business, but if you have investors who are putting in money, it's as good as you working for them. because you're answerable to them, you're answerable to your investors, you're answerable to them if their money sink, you're answerable to them if they get profit, you're answerable to them on how you run the business because they invest in the business. And that is when it is your business, right? Then coming back to government, I would always call tax a ticket, our ticket to governance, all right, which is just like an investor's ticket to decide what happens in an investment, to decide what happens in an establishment. So for us as citizens of Nigeria, we own the government. As much as we it has been like a lot of struggle in Nigeria trying to ascertain our position and our demands as citizens of the country, as much as it has been a lot of back and forth and we have been misplacing and losing the fact that this is our right. But that does not change the fact that even when we think we don't have power to make decisions, every 4 years we come back and vote. And that means that we are stakeholders. So if we have a right to vote, it means that we are stakeholders. And guess what? Beyond making that vote happen, beyond getting these people in power, we also keep them in power. Because if you look at the national budgets, if you look at state budgets and revenues, all right, let's come to Imo, for example. In the state, one of our major sources of income in the state is through the oil, right? And then we have the oils where in the communities in the state. And the reason why it is a major source of revenue for the state government is because it is owned by the people of the state. So the people of Hajo, Wema, Uguta, and the rest can actually raise concerns and say, oh, this is our oil, okay, and this revenue is coming to the state for it. And they can make specific demands as the people who own this. And this goes to every one of us as citizens of Nigeria and the citizens and indigents of the state in Imo State. Because I remember while listening to the other episodes on taxation and people were coming back and forth, like, why should we pay taxes? Nobody is saying you should or should not pay taxes. You're already paying taxes. You just don't know you're paying taxes. Because when you make transactions on your phone, your taxes are deducted. When you make calls, when you buy a recharge card, it's as little as that. And even when you buy a bottle of soft drink on the road, you're paying taxes. And then if you're working for any parastatals, your taxes are deducted. In Whisper, in everything, in every encounter that we are having, anybody we are working with, we are removing the withholding tax and we're paying it to the state government. I pay my taxes. All my doors. Every one of us in this room pays our taxes. So the point is, if we are paying our taxes to an Imo state government, it means that beyond just being citizens, we are investing in that government and we should be answerable to. Okay, so it is our ticket to good governance. It is our ticket to demand what happens. And if you, while listening to the drama, the commissioner, when they went to the commissioner's office, the commissioner said, this government that I serve under is ever ready to serve you. So I don't say I am ready to serve you if I don't owe you the service. So this is to say that the people of Umunganga established the fact that the commissioner, the government, owed them to provide these things. And then while they were talking in the community hall, there was also a point where somebody from the youths mentioned that we pay our taxes. And then they also mentioned that in the markets, men and women, especially women, because we have even more women in the markets, especially in the local markets. And then these women are multi-taxed. These women are multi-judged. They pay more than what they even know what they are paying for. So they come and give them these tickets. They pay 100 naira, give them another ticket. They pay 150, and they pay daily. And this tax is not even progressive. Nobody is asking them how much you're earning to pay. Okay, and then as bad as that is, that we are supposed to even start questioning why these women are paying this much. These women are supposed to be questioning what they are exactly paying for. As bad as that is, we are at the point where even when the payments are made, our markets look like dungeons. Our market look miserable. We don't have proper facilities in the market. This market vendors have to construct their own selling spots for themselves. Yet they'll still pay for rent for standing on that market spot. Then have you seen the trash in the market around the Douglas Road? And if we get transparent with our taxes and see how much money that is generated from Douglas alone on daily basis, we understand how much injustice it is to us as Imo people, as people paying this amount of money. We understand how much injustice it is for us that we are having things like debts outside the market area, harming these people's lives and harming the properties and the things they are selling. Some of them are selling foodstuffs. And then how do we think that they are coping? So it's actually the drama is opening the eyes to the fact that it is our rights, paying our taxes, the taxes that we think we don't pay, but we've been paying it. Paying our taxes is our investment to government and our ticket to assess and ensure good governance.
You mentioned paying tax being our tickets to ensure good governance. But I remember that particular Saturday when Mr. Ifeanyi was here. A lot of people called in and they were complaining that they've been paying their tax and yet nothing to show for it, no access to good health care, education and all that. So that's the point where people are discouraged into paying their tax. So how can they hold the government accountable to ensure that the tax that they've been paying indirectly and directly is used for their own good or to their own advantage?
Okay, so Didi, I remember even from that period and till today, till this minute, it has been a conversation of taxes, and then we keep making the struggles like it is an issue of us against the government, or us deciding not to pay the taxes as a way of revolting. We can't even decide not to pay it, because if I am deciding to not to pay for my income taxes, what about all the taxes that I pay for? What about the ones I pay for consumption? What about the ones that I pay for using services? So what happens to those ones? Okay, so that cuts across the fact that we are already paying these things, which is why the drama from Umunganga is hitting so hard, because these people have the right. And like you rightly said, and the callers we are emphasizing on the first episode on taxation, people have been talking about how they are paying the taxes, right? So now is the point where we should go beyond talking about the taxes we've been paying to start demanding what the taxes are doing for us. Okay, so this is now when we should be opening conversations of not just what the taxes are doing, how much these things are, because we've been seeing back to back like the conversations we opened up from the markets and stuff, where we started hearing how people pay multiple things, and they call it sometimes they call it the matching grant, sometimes they call it the market money, sometimes they call it tax, and they call it different things, and most of it are sent directly as revenue for the local government, right? So the point is, it is time for us to start questioning what these things really are. So an average market woman can know that I pay this amount on daily basis because I sell this amount of things, right? And then that also goes to the extent of saying that I cannot pay multiple of it. You cannot just print different cards and tell me to pay different things just because you can do it. All right. And if I am paying these things, that means I have a right for the market to be the way I want it to be. So if we are complaining that an average market woman is even paying more taxes than both of us, and we are also saying that they don't have the amenities they're supposed to have in the market, then that is where the bridge is already existing, and that is where the call to action starts. So what are we ready to do? What are we ready to push? How are we ready to manage it? And how are we ready to demand that we already have our tickets? We got our tickets, which is paying our taxes. So now we want to assess this good governance. We want to decide what happens in it.
All right, if you're just joining, it's the Whispers in Poetry on Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri, and we're talking about paying your tax as a Nigerian, why it's important for you to pay your tax. The numbers are 090-922-29922 or 091-226-77989. You can send a message to the WhatsApp number 0806 9992999. If you listen to the radio drama that played earlier on, Mary Jacob did us the honor of explaining the radio drama and what really gave Umunganga community the nerve to go and meet their commissioner to request for a school be built in their community. So we're back here to take your calls and messages 090-922-29922 or 091-226-77 989. Send a message to our WhatsApp number 0806 999 2999. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Chimwe. I'm calling from Akwa.
You're welcome, Chime. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know all this back and forth with this whole thing. I think that we pay our taxes, most of us, if not every adult. So our salary, everything, before we even get salary, we know that our tax is already taken out. I think government should actually be more straight and be more transparent on how these things are done, how our tax is used. They owe us tax. I don't you think so? Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay, I'm saying that because before we collect salaries, our taxes are already removed from our salary. So I think it's the way it's spent, the consumption of the tax, everything, I think it should be more transparent to the public. They should explain how these things go. Our taxes are going for roads and all that. Yes, look at what we have in Imo State. So I don't really know. I'm talking about where I live, it's horrible. The roads are horrible. I don't know what it is. I think that there should be more and a more transparent explanation of how. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Mary Jacob, she talked about transparency on the part of the government. I mean, like we mentioned,
Yeah.
you even gave instances, Market Women, Douglas as example,
Yeah.
the huge debts there, and you find people selling food items close to this debt. So, how
Yes.
can the government be transparent when it comes to taxes paid by citizens?
Okay. So that's
Okay, let's take
All
from
right.
Scholar. Good morning.
Yeah, a very good morning to you.
Welcome.
Yes, speaking is Dr. Eka Bukiyo, calling from the Chambers of National Youth Assembly of Nigeria, Mekuku. See, I was not happy when I knew obviously that we are indirectly paying indirect tax. So, but there is no, the government does not show us, how much tax we are paying. We are paying too much tax. When we buy this, we are paying tax. When we make calls, we are paying tax. But the road we are using, the road is deplorable. There is no police presence. Your own. What kind of government is this?
Yeah.
I think they should do something early because they know they are leaving office because they are talking with our PV. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I like that part. We are talking with our PVCs.
He just had to bring that. I mean, it's 3 days to the election, though,
Yeah.
so the awareness should be there. So
Of
you should know
course.
that your PVC is your power. So go ahead, Mary. The question I asked earlier on before that call came in.
Okay, yes. All
Okay.
right, let's take a look.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, this is CK. I'm calling from Uruala.
Go ahead, Chiki.
Okay. I'm not from how you could attack. All the family put tax, but I want to say something. In my place here, this is a rural area, and there's almost zero government presence in the state here. Now, how do I convince the normal market woman here or the man that goes to farm every morning and passes through very bad roads to pay his tax? I know that is why I know how important tax is. But the people in the rural area need to be sensitized about tax. They will tell you government is not doing this thing for me, government is not doing this for me. And yet you send people to go and charge them for tax. They're not going to pay the tax. So my own is government should be more responsible. There should be a responsive government. If people pay tax, let them give them this basic amenities that these taxes should be used for. That way we are not going to be dragging this tax issue. If I can wake up in the morning, open my tap, and drink hot warm water from my tap, then if you tell me to pay tax, why not? Why won't I? So my own is the government should do more. So that when people are paying this tax, it should not be like they are being forced to do it. That is my own. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, Chike, for your contribution. Mary, he raised a very important point about sensitizing those in the rural area, why it's important for them to pay their tax. So you matched that to the earlier question.
Okay, so with the earlier question, it's also like cutting across everything everybody has been saying about transparency. So from the start of the conversations, we've been hitting on the fact that our government is not responsive, and that is where we have an issue, right? And it's not like we're not paying these taxes, but the point that it is being paid and it's not being used for what it should be used for, right? So when we are talking about government being transparent, to what extent have our Nigerian government been transparent to us? To what extent have the government of Imo State been transparent to us, the Imo citizens? So are we going to continue sitting on the radio or sitting from our homes and having conversations in beer parlors on how government should be transparent? Okay? It is an urgent call for action for all of us. So if we all think that transparency cuts across in everybody that has called, one way or the other, we are bringing the fact that transparency. And I loved the person who called from Inme Kuku.
Sorry to cut you short. We have a caller.
All right.
Good morning. Hello, good morning. We can hear you. Your name and your location.
Different things. So which I didn't even know our taxes are supposed to be changed. And I really want to thank every for humanity for opening our eyes, people like me, to see that and know that our taxes are responsible for this, and the government should really do something about it. It is crazy. I go and my kid was really small at the time and I was pregnant. The both of us will come back and my body is paining me, my child's body is paining her. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I really want to commend this such humanity for this movement that they are doing. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mary.
Okay, so yeah, linking what Joy from World Bank just said now to what Chike from Urala said about more sensitization, right? So I think this is the start of it. From the conversations we're having now, I'm very sure that more people are having conversations around tax. The first week we had a conversation around tax. People were saying, why are we telling them to pay tax? But now people are understanding that it's not about telling you to pay tax. It's the fact that you have been paying tax, and now we're not having a conversation with you to pay tax. We're having a conversation with you to tell you that you've been paying taxes and that this is what your taxes are supposed to do for you, and they're not doing it for you. So this is saying that if we want transparency from the government, we should start demanding transparency from the government. And it involves all of us, it involves every one of us. If Joy from World Bank thinks about her getting close to having a miscarriage, and think about her child, think about the bad road, and think about the taxes she pays, I think it should spur her to get angry to join this demand.
All right, the question of the day is, what non-violent advocacy actions can we use to demand that our government use our taxes for what they were paid for? I'll take that again. What non-violent advocacy actions can we use to demand that our government use our taxes for what they were paid for? Remember, you stand a chance to win a gift courtesy of Whispers to Humanity if you get that question correctly. Good morning.
Good morning, yes.
Good morning.
Yeah, Dr. Eka will be from Emeka too, yeah.
All right.
See, I was looking at the situation that realistically, because every quickly, the health centers are not working, there's no police presence, you're on your own, the roads are very bad. Even, I don't know, the thing is that if this government can just give us calculate, they're not transparent. Basically, the only last information we got from them is that Imo State is going 20 billion. They can calculate our taxes and give it back to us by cash. It would have been better. Let's use it. So we are saying we are paying tax. That's the issue. It's not like why it's good to pay tax. You are telling us I got angry when I know I'm already paying tax. You're paying tax. The government is so bad. Which need to rise up. If you don't rise up early, my late might be very problematic.
All right.
Thank you. everybody should be obedient. There is no more opportunity.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome. What's your name and location?
Okay, my name is Jeff.
All right. Go ahead.
Citizens, how do we get the government? How do we hold them responsible? How do we hold them responsible to deliver on our taxes?
All right. Thank you very much, Kim. He's asking.
Okay, so Didi, I think after this we might have to read the question of the week again.
Mhm.
So how we are going to hold it responsible? It's for me, it's for you, it's for every one of us. But I'm not going to go deep into it because that's like the question of the day for the week.
Oh,
So
okay.
Didi is going to ask the question again, and of course next week is going to be we're going to be discussing on actions, advocacy actions, visible advocacy actions in connection to the My Emo campaign on how we can come together and do this as young emo indigents.
All right. So let me take the question of the day again. What non-violent advocacy actions can we use to demand that our government use our taxes for what they were paid for? That's the question of the day. If you know the answer, you can call in and give us the answer to that question. Remember, you stand a chance to win a gift from Whispers to Humanity. We have a couple of messages from our WhatsApp portal. Let me quickly take them. I want to thank the Whispers team, especially Mary Jacobs, who had repeatedly found a way to deliver one of the most educative sessions every other Saturday. Today, I know more on taxation and why and how I am taxed. Thank you again for making my day before it really began. Please keep it up. Issue more journey live from Lagos. This one says, thank you to Whispers team for another Sabi Your Right session. God bless you, Mary Jacobs, for doing the needful. I'm viewed and surprised at the much I didn't know or think about my taxes. Amaka Unyenkem, live from Victoria Island, Lagos. Good morning.
If they are not doing, which we are sure that for them to do it, you see, we start our taxpayers' money. That's what they are, because they are supposed to use to do such things for us. And again, we can go to in our parent villages, some of our village heads, our kings, our leaders, go to them and talk to them. You just like that thing they're teaching into the place. Help them and talk to them so that they can help us reach the right people that are in government, that are in position to help us do such things, like going to the local government chairman, and through that they keep on climbing the ladder of authority till it gets to the ears of those people that are supposed to help us or that are responsible for doing such things, for helping us with.
Thank you very much, Precious. Can we get the last 4 digits of your phone number? 5827. Okay, Mary Jacob will give you the address of Whispers to Humanity for you to come and claim your gift. Congratulations, you are a winner on today's edition of the program. So quickly, okay, Ozichukwu is here to give you the address and phone number.
Congratulations, Precious. You can reach Whispers to Humanity on WhatsApp 081-5401-4746. Again, 081-5401-4746. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Precious. Quickly, Mary, in 20 seconds, your advice to Nigerians as regards paying the tax.
In 20 seconds, you're already paying it. I don't need to tell you to pay it. You're already doing it. So it is time that you understand the need to do the My Igbo campaign. Join us. Join your voice. Speak loud about it. These people owe us. Like, they owe us big time. And we can't pay that kind of money and then do these things for ourselves. It is now. It is time. 20 seconds is up, but shall pay your taxes and shall demand with me.
Alright, you just heard Mary Jacobs. Thank you for being a part of the program. Meanwhile, I just want to give a shout out to the 3 people who joined us in the studio this morning: Olivera, Ugo, and this beautiful lady.
Ejiro.
Thank you for coming to be with us. You're part of the program here in the studio.
Yeah, you were giving us energy.
Yeah. Thank you for your